crazy and shocking things about food you didn't know. 1. Bananas are actually berries, but strawberries are not. Crazy, right? Botanically speaking, bananas qualify as berries because they grow from a single flower with one ovary. Strawberries? They don't. Those tiny seeds on the outside disqualify them. Nature really loves plot twists. 2. Carrots weren't always orange. In fact, the very first carrots were purple, and some were even yellow or white. Thousands of years ago, carrots grown in places like Central Asia were deep purple in color. That purple shade came from natural pigments called anthocyanins, the same compounds found in blueberries and purple cabbage. So where did orange carrots come from? In the 17th century, farmers in the Netherlands began selectively growing carrots to be orange. Some believe this was done to honor the Dutch royal family, the House of Orange, while others say orange carrots were simply sweeter, more stable, and easier to grow. Over time, orange carrots became the most popular and spread across the world, slowly replacing the original purple varieties. But here's the twist. Purple carrots never disappeared. You can still find them today, and they're packed with antioxidants that may even be healthier than orange ones. 3. Apples float in water, and it's not magic. About 25% of an apple is actually air. Tiny air pockets inside the fruit make it less dense than water, so instead of sinking, it floats. That's the same reason apple bobbing works so well. You're basically chasing a floating balloon made of fruit. So next time you see an apple drifting in water, remember, it's not light, it's full of air. 4. Tomatoes have more genes than humans. The human body has about 20,000 to 21,000 genes. A tomato? Around 31,000 genes. But don't worry, that doesn't make tomatoes smarter than us. It just means plants need extra genetic instructions to handle things like growing, adapting to weather, fighting disease, and producing different colors and flavors. So while humans are complex because of how our genes work together, tomatoes are complex because they need more genetic tools to survive in nature. 5. Watermelons are made up of about 92% water. That's why they're so juicy, cooling, and perfect on hot days. They don't just taste refreshing, they actually help keep you hydrated. The remaining 8% is packed with nutrients like vitamins A and C, plus antioxidants that support your body. So when you eat watermelon, you're basically drinking water, just sweeter and way more delicious. 6. Broccoli actually contains more protein per calorie than steak. Now, before you panic, steak still has way more total protein by weight. But when you compare protein relative to calories, broccoli comes out on top. That's because broccoli is low in calories, but still packed with protein, fiber, vitamins, and minerals. Steak is protein dense, but it also comes with a lot more. 7. Avocados never ripen on the tree. They can stay hard on the tree for months, sometimes even over a year, without getting soft. Ripening only begins after the avocado is picked. That's because once it's harvested, the fruit releases a natural gas called ethylene, which triggers the ripening process. So when you're waiting for your avocado to soften at home, you're not being impatient. That's literally the only time it can ripen. 8. Potatoes were the first vegetable ever grown in space. In 1995, scientists successfully grew potatoes during space shuttle experiments to study how plants behave in microgravity. The goal? To see if astronauts could grow food during long space missions. Potatoes were chosen because they're hardy, nutritious, and can grow in tough conditions. That experiment helped lay the groundwork for growing crops on the International Space Station, and even future missions to Mars. 9. Cucumbers are about 95% water. That's why they're so crisp, refreshing, and perfect for hot days. When you bite into a cucumber, you're basically hydrating yourself with food. The remaining 5% still packs vitamins, minerals, and antioxidants that support your body. So next time you add cucumbers to your meal, remember, you're not just eating a vegetable, you're drinking it. 10. Peppers can be hot or sweet, depending on their capsaicin levels. Capsaicin is the natural chemical in peppers that gives them their heat. The more capsaicin, the hotter the pepper tastes. Peppers with little or no capsaicin, those are your sweet bell peppers. 11. Rice is eaten daily by more than half of the world's population. It's not just a side dish. For billions of people, it's a staple, providing energy, nutrients, and comfort every single day. From Asia to Africa to the Americas, rice feeds more people than any other grain on the planet. 12. Popcorn is the only type of corn that pops. Each kernel has a tiny bit of water inside. When heated, the water turns into steam, pressure builds up, and pop! The kernel explodes into the fluffy snack we all love. Other types of corn, like sweet corn or field corn, don't have the right structure to pop. 13. Bread is one of the oldest prepared foods. It's at least 12,000 years old. Long before modern ovens or sliced loaves, ancient humans were grinding grains and mixing them with water to make simple flatbreads. Over time, people discovered fermentation, giving us the fluffy, delicious bread we enjoy today. 14. Pasta was eaten in China long before it became famous in Italy. Archaeologists have found evidence of noodles in China that are over 4,000 years old, way before pasta became a staple in Italian cuisine. The noodles were made from millet and other grains, showing that humans have been enjoying long, thin strands of dough for millennia. 15. Oats naturally contain no gluten. They're completely gluten-free on their own. So why do some oats cause problems for people with gluten sensitivity? It's usually contamination during processing, when oats come into contact with wheat, barley, or rye. That's why you'll see specially labeled gluten-free oats in stores. They're handled carefully to avoid contamination. 16. White chocolate isn't technically chocolate. Why? Because it contains no cocoa solids, which are the part of chocolate that gives dark and milk chocolate their rich flavor. Instead, white chocolate is made from cocoa butter, sugar, and milk, which gives it that creamy, sweet taste. So next time you enjoy a white chocolate bar, remember, it's more of a chocolate-flavored treat than real chocolate. 17. Cotton candy was actually invented by a dentist. In 1897, William Morrison, a dentist from the United States, teamed up with a candy maker to create a machine that could spin sugar into fluffy, airy threads, what we now call cotton candy. Ironically, even though he was a dentist, he created something loved for its sugar content. Since then, cotton candy has been a staple at fairs, carnivals, and amusement parks around the world. 18. Honey never spoils. Archaeologists have even found jars of honey in ancient Egyptian tombs that are over 3,000 years old, and they're still perfectly edible. Honey's natural composition, low water content, and high acidity prevents bacteria and microorganisms from growing, giving it this incredible shelf life. So that jar sitting in your pantry? It could last forever if you don't eat it first. 19. Chocolate was once used as currency by the Aztecs. The Aztecs valued cacao beans so highly that they used them to trade for goods like food, clothing, and even to pay taxes. They also made a bitter chocolate drink called chocolatl, which was considered a luxury for the elite and warriors. 20. The world's most expensive spice is saffron. Why so pricey? Because it takes around 75,000 saffron flowers to make just 1 pound of the spice. Each flower produces only 3 tiny red threads, which are carefully harvested by hand. Saffron isn't just valuable for its color and flavor, it's also been treasured for thousands of years for medicine, cooking, and even perfume. So the next time you sprinkle saffron on your food, remember, you're tasting one of the rarest and most labor-intensive spices in the world. 21. Cheese is one of the oldest processed foods, with a history of over 7,000 years. Ancient people discovered that milk could be transformed into cheese, which could be stored longer than fresh milk. This made it an important food source, especially before refrigeration existed. From simple curds to the wide variety we enjoy today, cheese has been nourishing humans for millennia. 22. Goat's milk is actually consumed more widely than cow's milk around the world. While cow's milk is popular in Western countries, goat's milk is easier to digest, grows in harsher climates, and is more common in parts of Africa, Asia, and the Middle East. It's also packed with nutrients like calcium, potassium, and vitamin A. 23. Feta cheese is protected. Only Greece can legally sell it as feta in the European Union. This is because feta has a protected designation of origin, PDO status, meaning it must be made in certain regions of Greece using traditional methods from sheep's or goat's milk. Cheese made elsewhere? It can't be called feta, even if it tastes similar. 24. The color of an egg yolk depends on the chicken's diet. Chickens that eat more yellow-orange foods, like corn or marigold petals, lay eggs with darker, richer yolks. Chickens eating lighter grains produce paler yolks. So yolk color isn't about freshness or breed. It's all about what the chicken munches on. Next time you crack an egg, remember, you're seeing the colors of the chicken's lunch. 25. The holes in Swiss cheese, also called eyes, aren't random. They're made by bacteria. During the cheese-making process, certain bacteria eat the cheese's nutrients and release carbon dioxide gas. The gas forms bubbles, which become the holes we all recognize in Swiss cheese. So those little holes, they're basically bubbles of bacteria-made gas, a perfect mix of science and flavor. 26. Chicken is the most widely eaten meat in the world. Its popularity comes from being affordable, versatile, and easy to cook. From fried chicken in the US to grilled chicken skewers in Asia, this bird is part of countless cuisines across the globe. 27. Beef is the third most consumed meat in the world, coming after chicken and pork. While beef is loved for its rich flavor and versatility, factors like cost, production, and cultural preferences make chicken and pork more widely eaten globally. 28. Hot dogs can legally contain tiny bone fragments. In many countries, including the US, regulations allow small amounts of ground bone to be included in processed meats, as long as it's safe to eat. These fragments are usually so tiny you wouldn't notice them while enjoying your hot dog. 29. The Japanese delicacy fugu, also known as pufferfish, can be deadly if prepared incorrectly. Fugu contains a powerful toxin called tetrodotoxin, which can paralyze and even kill. That's why only specially trained and licensed chefs are allowed to prepare it in Japan. Despite the risks, fugu is considered a luxury and eaten for its unique flavor and the thrill of tasting something so dangerous. 30. Spam, the canned meat, was invented in 1937 and quickly became a World War II staple. Its long shelf life and portability made it ideal for soldiers, and it was shipped all over the world during the war. Even today, Spam remains popular in places like Hawaii, South Korea, and the Philippines. 31. Coffee is the world's second most traded commodity, right after oil. Every day, millions of people around the globe rely on coffee to start their mornings, and this demand drives an enormous international trade industry. From the farms where it's grown to the cups we drink, coffee impacts economies, cultures, and daily routines worldwide. 32. Tea is the most consumed beverage in the world after water. From green tea in Asia to black tea in Europe, billions of people enjoy tea daily for its flavor, warmth, and even health benefits. It's more than just a drink. It's a cultural tradition in many countries, bringing people together for centuries. 33. Decaf coffee still contains a small amount of caffeine. Even though it's called decaf, the decaffeination process doesn't remove 100% of the caffeine. A typical cup of decaf usually has about 2 to 5 milligrams of caffeine, compared to 70 to 140 milligrams in a regular cup. So if you're avoiding caffeine completely, decaf is low, but not zero, something to keep in mind for late-night sipping. 34. Coca-Cola was originally green and even contained cocaine. When it was invented in 1886 by John Pemberton, the drink was made with coca leaf extract, which naturally contains small amounts of cocaine. It was marketed as a medicinal tonic and looked different from the dark caramel color we know today. Over time, the formula changed. The cocaine was removed, and Coca-Cola became the iconic caramel-colored soft drink loved worldwide. 35. Wine gets its flavor from yeast just as much as from the grapes. During fermentation, yeast consumes the sugars in the grapes and produces alcohol, but it also creates hundreds of flavor compounds that shape the taste, aroma, and texture of the wine. Different strains of yeast can make the same grape taste completely different. 36. The first fast food restaurant is debated, but White Castle, founded in 1921, is often credited as the pioneer. White Castle standardized its menu, used mass production techniques, and focused on speed and consistency, laying the groundwork for the fast food industry we know today. Its small, square burgers became iconic and inspired countless chains around the world. 37. McDonald's once tried to make bubblegum-flavored broccoli, and it failed spectacularly. The idea was to encourage kids to eat more vegetables by making them taste fun and sweet. Unfortunately, taste buds didn't agree. Kids wanted candy, not broccoli disguised as bubblegum. It's a funny reminder that some experiments are better left in the lab. 38. Ketchup was once sold as medicine. In the 1830s, an American doctor claimed that tomato ketchup could cure ailments like diarrhea, indigestion, and jaundice. People actually bought it for its supposed health benefits before it became the beloved condiment we know today. So the next time you squirt ketchup on your fries, remember, it started its life as a medicine. 39. Doritos were first invented at Disneyland. In 1964, the snack was created in the Disneyland kitchen in California. The idea was to use leftover tortillas by cutting them into triangles, frying them, and seasoning them. And the rest is history. 40. Instant noodles were voted the greatest Japanese invention of the 20th century. Invented in 1958 by Momofuku Ando, instant noodles revolutionized quick meals around the world. Their convenience, long shelf life, and delicious taste made them a global phenomenon, feeding millions every day. 41. The durian fruit is banned in many places because of its strong smell. Known as the king of fruits, durian has a unique aroma that people either love or absolutely hate. Its smell is so potent that many hotels, airports, and public transport systems in Southeast Asia prohibit it. But beyond the smell, durian is creamy, sweet, and packed with nutrients. Definitely an acquired taste. 42. In Iceland, people eat fermented shark, known as hakarl. Hakarl is made by curing shark meat and letting it ferment for several months. The result? A dish with a very strong, pungent flavor and smell that's definitely not for the faint of heart. It's considered a traditional delicacy and a must-try for brave visitors looking to taste authentic Icelandic cuisine. 43. Escargot, or snails, is a delicacy in France. Typically cooked with garlic, butter, and herbs, escargot has been enjoyed for centuries as a gourmet dish. While it might sound unusual to some, it's considered a treat and is often served in elegant restaurants across France. 44. In Japan, people grow square watermelons, and it's not just for fun. Farmers cultivate watermelons in square molds, so they fit perfectly in fridges and are easier to stack and store. They're also considered a novelty gift, often sold at premium prices. 45. In South Korea, kimchi is eaten with almost every meal. This traditional fermented vegetable dish, usually made with cabbage and spicy seasonings, is not just a side, it's a staple of Korean cuisine. Kimchi is packed with vitamins, probiotics, and flavor, making it a healthy and essential part of daily meals. 46. Peanuts aren't nuts, they're legumes. Unlike almonds or walnuts that grow on trees, peanuts grow underground in the same family as beans and lentils. So while we call them nuts because of their taste and texture, botanically speaking, they're more like beans. 47. Kiwis were originally called Chinese gooseberries. The fruit comes from China, but when it was exported to New Zealand in the early 20th century, the name was changed to kiwi, after New Zealand's national bird. The new name helped market the fruit internationally and made it more memorable. 48. Worcestershire sauce contains anchovies. This famous condiment, known for its complex, savory flavor, is made by fermenting anchovies with vinegar, molasses, tamarind, and spices. Those tiny fish give the sauce its unique umami kick that enhances everything from steaks to Bloody Marys. 49. Pineapples can take up to 2 years to grow. Unlike many fruits that grow quickly, pineapples require patience. They grow from the ground, one plant at a time, and it can take months just for a single fruit to fully ripen. 50. Eating beets can actually turn your pee pink, a harmless condition called beeturia. This happens because certain pigments in beets, called betalains, pass through your digestive system and show up in your urine. It's completely safe and just a fun reminder of what you ate. So next time your pee turns pink after eating beets, don't panic. Your body is just showing off a little color. Follow for more fun facts that are weird, surprising, and true.